Hi folks, Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling here, your creative caricature marketing consultant, fixing the camera here. I'm going to share with you a tip that I posted on my blog a while back. If you read my blog at www.subwaysurfer.blogspot.com, you can find a literal cornucopia, love that word, cornucopia of useful information. I haven't updated it in a while, I must admit, because I've been working on my Facebook page a lot, so I need to upload some stuff. But a while back I was giving some advice on the best way I feel that freelancers or artists can get their work, quote unquote, out there, especially if they are interested in doing comic kind of art. Oh, incidentally, in New York City, I will be judging. If you live in New York City, get your butt down to Comic-Con at the Javits Center on October, I believe it's the 13th. I will be judging portfolios that day. If you're lucky enough to see me, you can meet the surfer. Anyway, check this out. I'm going to illustrate my point first. Pun unintended. Now, what you're looking at is editorial art that I've done for a newspaper I do illustrations for called The Wave newspaper in Far Rockaway, New York. Now, a lot of the stories like this one, talking about the YMCA that they're building over here in Far Rockaway, a lot of the stories are native to the Far Rockaway area, others hit, New York in general, like this one of Mayor Bloomberg and the former school chancellor. These are older cartoons, incidentally. This is a local issue, about shelters that they're building in the Rockaways that are impacting certain shopping areas, where we live. This is a national story. Again, a national story that passed a couple of years back. It's about a local politician. This story got me in a lot of trouble with this particular politician, Mr. Meeks here, but I'll explain that maybe at a later time. Local story. Local story again. Local story. I have the distinction of being one of the first artists, period, who have ever drawn Anthony Weiner, and this particular cartoon hit before his Twitter scandal. Again, this is a local story. The educational chancellor, former, I guess, and the United Federations of Teachers. That's about it. Okay. Now, why did I show you all that? To demonstrate this. If you want to get your stuff out there, the absolute easiest, most idiot-proof way to do it is to become an editorial artist. And I'll tell you why. Editorial art writes, it practically draws itself. You don't have to think very hard about what you're going to draw. All you have to do is watch the news, pick an issue, pick a side. It doesn't have to be the right side. All you have to do is what you normally do every day. You see a political issue like what we're going through with the government shutdown recently. You have an opinion on it. You're probably talking about it anyway with your friends and your families. Make a cartoon on it. Submit it to your local paper. That's exactly what I did. It was during the presidential campaign of Obama, before he was president, and McCain. I thought these presidential debates were hilarious. I submitted a cartoon for free to my local newspaper. They accepted it. They said, "Do you have any more?" Make a long story short, Then they started paying me for submitting cartoons, and I've been doing that now for the past, I'd say, going on 4 years. This is something that you can definitely do, and whether you get paid or not, it's good to get paid, but whether you get paid or not, what you're doing is you are developing a body of work that you can use as leverage to show authors what you have done, and you're also sharpening your skills. You'll find out that your hometown paper or smaller news publications, will be very receptive to receiving work from artists. And like I said, you can hone your editorial skills. The story practically writes itself because there's something always happening. Whether it's a national or an international issue, or whether in my case, if your editor gives the story to you to illustrate, it's a win-win. So please investigate editorial art. You might think that you're not politically savvy, to do something like this, but like I said, any political issue that happens in this country, in the world, or in your community, you definitely have an opinion on it. Why not, instead of putting it in words what you think, put it in pictures? I guarantee you that you will become a better artist because of it. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant.